The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. And Charles, you look at this defense, they were a very loose group coming into the week, knowing they kind of had the upper hand going into this one, taking on a team that hasn't won in a month and a half.
And that works well for you if you establish your dominance early in the game against a team that's struggling. But if somehow they fashion some plays together early, knock them back on their heels, that looseness can be used against them. Then they're trying to scramble to make sure they get their game right.
And he'll be down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot in the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago. That means another catch here for good yardage.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down.
Dude, come on, right there.
Back to throw. Rhodes winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And this one dropped in the end zone. Oh, it looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go.
Throwing to start the drive. Grant. Throw left side complete. That's Thornton. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there for Carolina. 48 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the handoff, running left is Hubbard. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Not quite the success they had last play. This one goes for 3 yards. The Panthers at 9-5 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer for.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. And Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Looking to throw. Grant. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. Touchdown, Carolina. Quez Watkins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. No problem there on the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Kamara with a first down run, but he's unable to get back to the line of scrimmage as the push upfield is strong defensively.
Partner, one thing I was lousy at growing up, track and field. I could never anticipate the start before a race, but how about that backer? He figured it out, jumped the count, and turned it into a really nice play for his defense.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football.
It's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Kind of a quirk in the schedule. These two division rivals didn't see each other much of the year. Their first meeting was just a few weeks ago, back in Week 14. And it was the visiting Panthers who came away with the victory in that one. So now they look to take the season series here at home in Charlotte. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A give up the middle, Hubbard. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. Touchdown, Carolina! A great effort there. 33 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play, partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes it at the 7. Oh, good return up past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Looking to throw on second down. Rhodes. Open man. He's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
To throw on second down, Rhodes taking a shot for Samuel. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 43 yards. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance travel or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Throwing to start the drive. Grant, they got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10. So we stop for no gain, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. On second down, here's the option. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Watkins. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now here's the option play going left. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A little do-it-yourself run right there and a nice gain.
Now, I like that he knew that that was about all he was going to get. So he did a nice job of protecting himself, took care of the football, took what the defense gave him. If they continue to allow him to do that, they'll find a way taking what they can all the way to the end zone.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down. Back to throw. Grant. And this is caught by Watkins. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? Any of them, especially if it's a good receiver, that makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Touchdown, Carolina! Tyreek Hill, 44 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Extra point up and through. And the lead is up to 18 now. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a...
You got it. This is an easy one tonight. Okay. Oh, it's so easy, like, wow. You spent like 4 minutes just now asking. You be mad, though. You be mad. Then you be mad.
He's tackled at the 15. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Rhodes. tight end Dallas Goedert. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that does it. Now they're looking at a 3rd-and-9 situation.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half. I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 3rd down, Rhodes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
A good return there, 17 yards. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one. And I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They're guarding against the upset.
Down, Grant. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route, and he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on 1st down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Rhodes flushed out right. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the 1st half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, Rhodes. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Riders in the full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. Listen to what's saying. Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Back to throw. Rhodes being chased out left. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I'd say that he learned from his costly red zone pick earlier in the game because this time he puts the throw away from where any defender can make a play on it. Unfortunately, he also sailed it over his intended target, and that doesn't work out well either.
Got the comeback route complete to Samuel. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a game of 7. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw, eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Charles, not to point fingers, but how much of this goes on the shoulders of the offensive line? I mean, look at the 6 sacks last week. That's the 4th in this game.
Definitely the bulk of it does go on the offensive line. That's what they're tasked with doing, keeping their quarterback upright and clean in the pocket. But I think they have to look at, okay, are we bringing in extra people? Is the ball out of the quarterback's hands quick enough? There are a few other factors that they have to look at to try and help out. But you're exactly right. It starts with the O-line.
On 4th down, Rhodes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Panthers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, A lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And some space here. Touchdown, Panthers. A big play there. With touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Panthers are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And a route is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
But so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They forced some completions on first and second down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Rhodes. Taking a shot for Samuel. That's caught inside the 20. Oh, he's going to be brought down there in the field of play. And the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he's got room. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10. Right back to Hubbard. To about the 40-yard line.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Checks this down to Hubbard. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw. Grant. And going deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown. Tyreek Hill. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the 2nd half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead. It wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is nearly impossible. Let's face it, the bottom line is it officially becomes impossible. But this possession is an empty one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. There's Chris Olave. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave, 94 yards. And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. Oh, he's got some breathing room. There he goes, left side. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. 84 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game?
And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Tremble from 13 yards out. And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge game, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
So instead of fourth down, first down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on because third down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Catch is made by Hawkinson, the tight end. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Throwing on first down. Rhodes steps away to his left. He completes it to Olave. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Olave over the middle. And the Saints are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
But maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Sky Moore, his intended receiver. But it'll be 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Rhodes under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The coverage good. Pressure good. Leads to the sack. And it's 3rd and goal. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive one.
And the pressure gets to him again.
You got 4.
Bring up 4th down.
You got
And
4.
11-yard loss to boot.
And it appears to me that someone's defensive coordinator is jockeying for a raise. A sack on 2nd and goal, a sack on 3rd and goal. Now brings up a decision on 4th down.
No, he is not going for that. He can fucking get. Oh, he getting the breakout. He getting the breakout. He getting the breakout.
He's at the 40.
Yeah.
10.
Real.
He will score. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. The extra point up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out.
Second and 5. Now this time he'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been good. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The offense on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw. Rhodes. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll bring it back to about the 5-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery. Grant fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this is picked up by the Saints. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
You and I have been around teams, and they all have goals for games, don't they? And every team we've ever talked to says what?
No turnover.
Don't turn the ball over. 0. And they were that close to getting it done. Won't cost them today, but they'll hate that when they're watching the game tape.
And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. So back-to-back plays, each good nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd down.
That's a defense you're moving between that zone coverage, because you're going to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop
look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Brian Burns, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They'll give this to Hubbard running right. And some room to work. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Now a give. It's Hubbard going left. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Jordan. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Touchdown, Panthers. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Panthers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the 1st.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time 1st down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the 4th quarter. quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. And they take a knee.
I'm going to switch speed. How the owner is happy with that one? That's what I said. That's what we do. That's what we do. People get paid. People.
And they'll indeed take a knee. The last two plays, each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And when you break it down, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this one. I think you felt the same way based on our conversation after the production meeting. But obviously not the case. And how about just how it broke open? You just all of a sudden, whoosh, there it is. This thing is pretty much done. And the crowd stayed with it to celebrate because they're like, let's enjoy watching our team play this well. This is fun.
So for Carolina, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Saints, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.